believe that I do what I do based on call. I've been called to ministry since the age of 8 years old. I knew that it was called to ministry because of the manner in which what happened to me when I was with people who were dying, people who were hungry, people who were destitute, that there was something else that happened on the inside of me that propelled me to not just feed or clothe, but to walk with and to journey with. There are things that happen within the body as it relates to crises. Why has God forsaken me? Why an amputation after I have been such a wonderful person? Why cancer? These things happen to us. So I'm called in to figure out not just what are the physical pains, but what are the spiritual pains? And then there's an assessment that is conducted. So I give tools for life, tools for living the rest of your life, in addition to the calamity that might have come. I was serving at the New York Presbyterian Hospital in Manhattan, over at 68th and York, as well as the Hospital for Special Surgeries. I encountered incredible cases, and I served with Michael Jackson when he had that burn incident. I served on the burn unit. After about 2 years of reflecting and understanding that God had called me to the trenches, to be with my brothers and sisters, to be able to offer them hope in the midst of suffering, SUNY Downstate came into view. One of the challenges that I face here at Downstate is that there is still a misunderstanding of the discipline of chaplaincy. There is still a misconception that what chaplains do is to run to the rescue and pray, run to the rescue and quiet family members, or convince folk that what they ought to do is what the physicians say. That is a real dilemma for me and a real conflict, because we're not yet seen as an integral part of the healthcare team. And so we're usually the afterthought. We're usually the cleanup folk. We usually get called about the same time that our health police gets called for order, instead of called upon as a spiritual component of the support team that can provide adequate, professional services to families that are in need. So born to a single parent, single mom, born in Trenchtown, the great Bob Marley. And we lived a life of poverty, I must say. But when I talk about poverty, I'm talking about not being able to have enough money. But what we had in Jamaica was enough love, an island of good and plenty, of family that took care of one another. We had what I would call an illustrious type of living, simply because it took a village to raise us as children. In Jamaica, we were not allowed to just box about. That's the language that my great-grandmother would use. We were not born to box about. We were born to be leaders. So from a very early age, meaning at age 2, I would introduce myself as Dr. Walker, because that's what our parents desired. Our family was big on education. Grew up with my great-grandmother, Maria Caroline Lewis, who simply said to me from age 2, "You were born to be a barrister. You were born to be an advocate for people," and she would take nothing less. We come to this world and into this life to live and to die, so death is inevitable. It is how we die, and the dignity in which one has during the death moments.